Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Beating the Press podcast. I am your host, Rafa. Now, coming up in today's podcast, we're going to be looking ahead to the Euros. We are now at the round of 16. 16 teams remain in the Euros, and those 16 teams have been divided into two separate halves of the draw. And of course, all 16 teams will be in action starting over the weekend. Big games, big matches, big implications. Win or go home is the name of the game at this point. So I'm just going to run through the matchups and give my own predictions as to who will progress to the quarterfinals. So the first game we have up, Switzerland versus Italy. Big game, big matchup between these two teams. Both teams, I would say, are playing some quality football. Switzerland definitely playing some good games, getting some good results. Italy, likewise, showing a lot of fighting spirit. But I have to choose one of these teams. I think this is going to be a scoring game. I'm predicting both teams to score, but I am going with an upset in this one. I think the Switzerland team will get the better of Italy. And for this one, I am going Switzerland 2, Italy 1. England versus Slovakia. England versus Slovakia. England hasn't been playing eye-catching football. However, they have been churning out the results, pinching a goal here or there, definitely defensive solid, and keeping a few clean sheets. So I am expecting a similar mold to this game versus Slovakia. Slovakia isn't the most offensive team in the competition, and as such, I am going to anticipate that England again will keep a clean sheet. However, I do expect their attack to also falter. But this is a knockout tournament, and I do expect the English to go through to the quarterfinals. So for this one, I am going to predict a closely fought 1-0 victory for England. So England versus Slovakia, for me, it is England 1, Slovakia 0. Romania versus the Netherlands. Romania have shown great defensive fortitude. Netherlands have scored, but they have also given up goals. I think Netherlands is the better of the two teams in terms of the personnel. While Romania defends very well, I think the offensive power of the Dutch will be too much for this Romanian team. They will defend stalwartly indeed. Likewise, the Dutch should dominate the ball and take the game to them. However, I am leaning towards the Dutch team carving out a closely fought victory. I do expect Romania to score, however, so for me, I am calling this one 2-1 for the Netherlands. So Netherlands versus Romania, for me, Netherlands 2, Romania 1. Then we have Austria versus Turkey. The Austrian team, in my eyes, have been very impressive. They are the team which have caught my attention throughout this this European Cup. Ragnick, the coach of Austria, former coach of Manchester United, has this team playing some scintillating football, and I do expect them to carry the crown of the dark horse going forward. I'm going to go as far as to predict that this team, Austria, will make it to the semi-finals. I think they are in the what I would classify as the easier side of the draw. And I do expect that they're going to start that campaign towards the semi-final by getting the better of Turkey. Two good teams. Turkey have gotten some quality results. Likewise, the Austrians. However, I just believe the Austrian team is better coached. While the talent pool may be equal, I think the coaching will stand out in this one. I do expect, however, both teams to score. I do expect Turkey to give a very good account of themselves. And I think this one will go down to the wire. However, I think the Austrians will come out the victors. So for me, this one, I'm expecting it to be high scoring, fiery, high pressing system, entertaining. For me, Austria to win 3-2. So in my eyes, Austria 3, Turkey 2. Then we move on to the next big clash, Spain versus Georgia. Spain have been the most impressive team thus far in terms of the results in the Euros. And I expect nothing other than a victory versus the Georgian team. So for me, Spain to win, 2-0. Very firm defense there thus far from the Spanish. Georgia may be lacking a bit in terms of firepower at this stage of the competition. So I expect Spain to keep a clean sheet and get a couple goals in the back of that Georgian net. So again, Spain to win, 2-0. Then we switch over. France versus Belgium. Big, big clash. France versus Belgium. The Belgians have not impressed, sufficing to say. However, they did make it to the second round. France playing some good football. We haven't seen the best of France, however, but the talent is too much. The firepower is too much. The coaching is too much. I don't really give Belgium much of a chance in this one. They will huff and puff, but as we have seen, they are lacking that killer instinct up front, and defensively, very, very weak, I must say. So I do expect France to get the better of this Belgium team. For me, France 3, Belgium 1. Belgium out, the French to move on. Portugal versus Slovenia. Ronaldo, Portugal, haven't impressed thus far. Did make it through, top of their table, but I am not seeing championship football being played at this stage. However, talent-wise, I think they will be too much for the Slovenia team. So for me, Portugal definitely to go through over Slovenia. A closely fought 2-1 victory. So in this one, Portugal 2, Slovenia 1. And then, of course, viewers and subscribers, the final game on the agenda, Germany versus Denmark. Germany versus Denmark, a big European clash. Germany playing at home, but I still see that they are very fragile. They may succumb to the pressure. Denmark has nothing to lose in this one. They have quality players. They've been playing some decent football, and they should put up a very solid fight versus this German team. However, with the home crowd advantage behind them, with confidence in the German camp, haven't lost a game thus far in the Euros. 2 wins and a draw coming from behind in that last game versus Hungary. I do expect the German team to get the better over this Denmark team. I think it will be a close game, but for me, Germany to win 2-1 over Denmark. But there you have it, viewers and subscribers. Those are my predictions for the second round of the Euros. Please continue to join us here on Beating the Press podcast as we continue to bring you coverage, reviews, previews in this year's edition of the European Championship, the Euros 2024. Please, of course, help us to continue to grow this channel by sharing, subscribing, leaving a comment. Tell us, viewers and subscribers, what are your predictions for the Euros second round? Who are the teams you think will make it through to the quarterfinals? But until next time, this is Rafa signing off.